Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Waverley Basketball Centre, the Falcons' Nest, for a huge game here between the state championship women's teams of the Big V League. Waverley Falcons taking on the might of the Southern Peninsula Sharks. It is the 12th of August 2018. This is the conclusion of the Big V season for this year. This game is an elimination final. The winner of this game goes into the preliminary final against the loser of last night's game between Knox and Sunbury. Sunbury coming out the winners there. So they'll go into a game, whichever team wins here will go into a game against Knox for a place in the grand final series. We are a minute away from the game start. Waverley, of course, went down to Sunbury last week in their event, which was a bit of a turn-up. They just got absolutely blown away in our broadcast match by Sunbury in the very first quarter, and just could not recover from that, although they made 3 or 4 really good charges, got within a couple of points, but Sunbury just simply too good. The bigs of all O'Reilly, Stockhill and Petaluma just too good for the Falcons girls. And Kelly Bowen, who had a shocker on the boards. So she will be looking to bounce back today to try and come up with a much better outing, have a much better outing for herself. Tegan Cunningham, though, and Mocky did a great job last weekend. So we are almost ready to go, and we'll as they ring the bell, ready for this very first stanza of our contest. So Falcons win the tip. It's with Cunningham. Now back to Donald, looking for options. She finds it in Mocky, who cuts through the key. The Sharks starting off in a zone, and it's made all the difference so far as they come away with their first possession of the game. It's with Jazz Shelley. Jazz Shelley, of course, signed with the Melbourne Boomers for this coming season, and she's had a standout Big V season, having as Kelly Bowen puts down 2. And Jamie Lee Pierce, the veteran on this squad at 29. She has been the mentor to these younger players for the last few seasons, and she shows no signs of slowing down. Ball into Bowen. It's with Beasley. Her shot in and out. She chases the ball. Can't get it to go. Pierce kicks it out to Shelley. Pierce hands off back to Shelley again, and there's an offensive foul this time, moving screen. So, first foul of the game. Ball's kicked through hands. It's with Peyton Little. And the shot from outside. Olivia Pollard also going to be playing as a development player with the Boomers this season. Coach Gerard Hillier at Southern Penn doing a great job of bringing the juniors through the program and into the state champ women's team, which is it. What they've done ever since they've been in the competition for, I think, the last 4 years, is that they've had extremely young squads. As Bowen scores 2. Is this going to be Kelly's chance to stamp her influence on the game? Beasley has Cunningham on the outside. Cunningham scores. Shot in and out, and then Mikey has fouled. Jamie Lee Pearce has got the score, and she will go to the line. So, ball through Beasley's hands. So there's the turnover of the Falcons. Now this is what they can't afford to do. They must make certain that they limit the turnovers. Last week, it was an Achilles heel for them. And again, another nice little floater there from Peyton Little. Cunningham into Mocky. Great ball movement there from the Falcons. Score is 8-10. Little to Shelley. Shelley doesn't make any mistake there. It will be interesting to see how she goes in her first full WNBL season, not as a development player, but as a regular roster member. As 3 points go down for... Oh, it's a long 2 for Cunningham. Bowen with the intercept. Gets it across to Beasley. Beasley into Bowen. Bowen drives. Can't get it a go. Gets her own rebound. Puts it up. Is looking for a foul from the refs. And that's... The refs so far have let quite a lot of contact go. Hopefully they stay consistent with that. As Pollard draws a foul from Grace Beasley. And that'll bring Phillips, Tenaya Phillips, into the game. Replacing Sam Donald. Second team foul for the Falcons. Two team fouls each at this stage as Pollard drops the shot. Bowen with the rebound. So again, the Sharks staying in a zone. But Cunningham says, all right, I'll take the outside shot, and she drops a 3. Waverley's first lead of the game. Well, perhaps second. And the foul is going to be on Cunningham, as Beasley took the charge, but it's the third team foul for the Falcons, and Jazz Shelley on the line. She's got her first. 14 all. And Lead change again. Beasley. What's she got? Mocky is desperate for her to get the ball into her, but she ignores it. And the long shot rebounded into the hands of Tenaya Phillips, and she scored, so the lead moves yet again. 4 minutes and to go in this quarter. Shelley drives round. Olivia Pollard in and out. Rebounded there by Kalima, and the big shot, a big three there from Paige Price. And this time it's Beasley drawing the foul. And Paige Price is the one that picks it up. It's the third team foul for the Sharks. And we've got a timeout. We'll be back ever so shortly. Yeah, we just need to have it not so it's pointing at the lights.
But otherwise you can see it in the camera if it's down, so it stays where it is. It stays where it is, Andrew. Andrew, it stays where it is. It stays where it is. Well then, don't put it on that camera. I'm not. No, otherwise I'm not talking at all. You're going to move it so... No, get out of my fucking way. Get out of my fucking way, Andrew.
Cameras ruined by putting them at the lights.
I'm here, Andrew. Gyro, help. You're taking our money.
Okay, so we are back. And there's a travel called. Olivia Pollard travels. The ball's with the Falcons now. Looking for options. They find it in Grace Beasley. She's under the basket. Can't get it there. She kicks it out and she's thrown it away to Pollard. Good no call there from the refs. Pollard kicks it out and the long three is going to be good. Peyton Little with another three. All of a sudden, it's a 4-point gap to the Southern Penn Sharks. Tenaya Phillips at the line. Scores again. 2-point game, 19-21. Ball kicks around. And the shot up and out falls back into the hands of Peyton Little. She gets it across to Paige Price, and Paige Price's shot almost drops in, but it's, out of bounds off the Sharks player, according to the ref. Did not look like that from here, but that's all right. Great cut and pass. Unfortunately, ball knocked out of bounds by Bowen, who thought she was fouled on the way through. Jazz Shelley, great work, and it's a charge. Sam Donald taking that. And the lead is equal, 21 all. So, good game going on here. At the moment, it's tight between the two teams. Kelly Bowen is having a blinder as she steals that ball. Southern Penn crowd wanting the foul called against Bowen. Nothing doing. Bowen, great work, has drawn a foul herself from Abby Noblet. So Falcons 23 to 21. Balls with Southern Penn, stolen by Phillips. Phillips now under pressure. Gets it across to Bowen. Attempted steal there. Missed. Into Bowen. Bowen drives, can't get it, gets her own rebound, puts it in. And she has been outstanding this quarter. So far, the Southern Penn Sharks have got no answer for her. And the foul has been called. This time it should be on Beasley, I believe. Fourth team foul for the Falcons. Southern Penn's already put the Falcons in the bonus. Ball's moving around very quickly. Great D from Sam Donald. Sees the shot fall short, right in the arms of Tenaya Phillips. She's got 20 seconds. It's back up to the top with Bowen. She's got Ewan on weak side. They're running a horn set. Donald finds space. Can't get it to go, and there's been some contact, but no call on it. And unfortunately, the player looks like Jamie Lee Pierce is down on the floor at the moment. That's it for the quarter. We'll be back ever so shortly. So we are back, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Waverley Falcons nest. We have the stats for the first quarter. Waverley coming out ahead by 4 points at that point in time. And there's been a foul called. I believe there's been a foul called on that one. Yes. So the Falcons pick up the first foul. Tegan Cunningham giving Kelly Bowen a bit of a break. And Kelly Bowen was outstanding. 12 points in that first quarter, 4 rebounds. On the other side, Peyton Little, 5 points for the... and Jamie Lee Pearce also 5 points for the Southern Penn Sharks, the leading scorers there as well. So it's been very, very even, as you can see from the scores. And the foul on Olivia Pollard, I believe, that will be her first. No. It wasn't on Pollard then. It must have been on Peyton Little. So Falcons eke it out to a 3-point lead, 27 to 24. 27 to 24. As the shot from Peyton Little goes over the top. Great hustle to get the intercept, and now a 3. So 27 all. The crowd has gone absolutely nuts on that one. It is almost a capacity crowd here. It's about 280 odd people in the stadium watching this absolutely crucial match between these two teams. They want to be able to go into the next game, extend their season just by one more game, if not a few more. And Lisa Ewan fouls Peyton Little under the basket. Southern Penn very quick at getting the ball down the other end, which is causing the Falcons a bit of concern at the moment. Coach Matt Bongetti has only got 8 players on the bench for the Falcons, that due to a combination of injuries and of various types. On the other hand, Coach Gerard Hillier has got a full squad, so he can throw fresh legs in there, keep the pressure up on the slightly depleted Falcon squad, as Tenaya Phillips snuck in under the basket, and great pass in there sees her put another 2 on the board. 29 all. Again, Falcons in a looking to try and restrict things, but Olivia Pollard, fantastic move, puts up a left-hand layup. So Southern Penn have come out of their zone and are playing a man. Grace Beasley, 3 points. 32 plays 31. Make that, plays 33. And the foul. Well, it'll be interesting to see who it's on. It could be on either. It's on number 10. Sydney Kalima picks up her first, I believe. No, it's her second. So a big call out to any of the relations in the States that are staying up very late to watch this game, or getting up very early. Three points from Jazz Shelley, nothing but net. Peyton Little just working her way through there, little bit of a pivot and kicked it out. Grace Beasley throws the ball away. It's in Jazz Shelley's hands. 2-point lead to the Sharks at the moment. Pollard to Kalima. Her two is good. And that's the thing about the Sharks, is they have weapons all over the court. And it doesn't matter how experienced or not. You've got it. We've got the 15-year-old on Mocky and beating her, driving her out of court. Great job from Paige Price. And that's drawn a timeout from the Falcons coach, Matt Bongetti. We'll be back in just a minute. in this first half. Falcons putting a lot more pressure on the Sharks on the way down. At the moment, they're back in a match-up zone. And Cunningham has got the steal. Tenaya Phillips back to Donald. The Sharks in a 2-3 zone. The skip to Cunningham. She pulls up. Her shot is off the front of the ring. Rebounded there by Rebecca Merdsley. The shot doesn't go. Clema with the rebound. Her putback doesn't go either. It looks like with one possession to go, and Sam Donald showing experience is getting everyone to slow it down. Tenaya Phillips in. Oh, great. Great work there from Tenaya Phillips, but unfortunately Mocky could not convert. So that will be the first half, ladies and gentlemen. 47 to the Waverley Falcons, 43 to Southern Peninsula Sharks. We'll be back in a little bit of time. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have about a minute to go here before the players will be back on the court. It is half time. Let's just a quick rundown on the stats. Of course, we know that the Waverley Falcons are up by 4, 47 to 43. Leading the Falcons are Tegan, Cunningham and Kelly Bowen on 13 and 12 points respectively. For the Sharks, it is Olivia Pollard on 12 and Peyton Little on 9. Apart from that, the stats are incredibly close. The shooting percentage is extremely good for both teams. 51 for the Falcons. They've taken 37 shots. And 44 for the Sharks off 32 attempts. Rebounds, 17 to the Falcons, 20 to the Sharks. Sharks getting 9 offensive rebounds to the Falcons 7. And the only black mark on the stats for the Sharks really is their turnover count. 11 turnovers to the Falcons 6. So here we are, back in action. And Jazz Shelley grabs the rebound off the missed shot from the Falcons. So nearly 30 seconds into this quarter and neither team is able to put any pressure on the scoreboard, but it's with Donald. She brings the ball down quickly. Cunningham's over there in deep corner. She gets it into a teammate in Bowen. Ball goes back to Donald and then out of bounds off Mocky. But one of the Sharks players last touched the ball. So Falcons have got 11 seconds to do something here. And that's going to be Cunningham, who is fouled. Kalimna has fouled. That's her second, I believe, maybe third. And I must apologise. In the it is Sydney Coleman, not Cologne. So I apologise. The official program has it spelt incorrectly, as Cunningham misses that. So she had been shooting at 100% at that point in time from the charity stripe. Now 66%. Jazz Shelley brings the ball down. Just looking to get the ball inside. Coleman pulls up. Her shot over the top of the ring. Rebounded by... it was rebounded by Phillips, and Donald has managed to jam the ball. Yeah. So a bit of levity as Coleman tries to get the ball to drop. One more, she'll get there. 8:47 to go. Shelley now. Her shot's going to be offline, rebounded by Phillips. She's got Bowen in front of her. Bowen loses control of the ball and knocks over Shelley in the process. No foul called. Peyton Little, this time there's going to be the foul. This will be on Phillips, and Little will go to the line. First foul for Phillips. It is one team foul each. .44 plays 48. And that's where it's going to stay for the moment anyway, as Bowen with the rebound drives all the way down. Her reverse layup short. And Coleman well, Peyton Little, bit unfortunate there, just a little bit of contact there. And it's the third personal for her. So there could be a few players getting into foul trouble, which could have an impact on the complexion of this particular game. Donald trying to get the ball into Mocky. And it's come off Mocky's hands. A great little drive there from Sam. She's had an outstanding season this year. Being the as Jamie Lee Pierce draws a foul from Mocky. And again, this is going to be interesting because there are a number of players getting into foul trouble at the moment. So we have for the Falcons, Tegan Cunningham on 2, Beasley on 2, Bowen on 2, and now Mocky on 2. For the Sharks, it's Coleman on 2. Sorry, 3. Peyton Little on 3. And Jamie Lee Pierce on 2. Another foul on the Falcons. This time Sam Donald, that's her second. Again. So Coleman. Really good intercept there from Phillips. Shelley works her way around. Little can't get it to drop. And Pollard knocks the ball out of bounds. And that went through 3 pairs of hands in the crowd. Much to the amusement of the Sharks supporters who were the recipients of that ball. Donald with 2. It's a 2-point ball game. 50 plays 48. And a turnover. Three-point attempt from the Falcons, no good. Kelly Bowen looking for that. So things have gone a little bit quiet at the moment. As we see the score even up yet again. Are we on for another lead change? Donald drives. She can't get it to drop and wasn't fouled. Good work there from Peyton Little on her. Pollard kicks. It's with Shelley. The three-point attempt is in and out. Rebound by Cunningham. Cunningham, of course, ex-WNBL player. Last played with the Melbourne Boomers. The club that both Pollard and Shelley are joining this season. Cunningham gets her own rebound and she's been fouled. Now this could be dangerous because it's possibly on Coleman. No, it wasn't. So Cunningham ekes out a lead for the Falcons. It's 4:41 to go in this third period. And she's made that a 2-point lead. Coleman to Little. Back to Coleman. And the shot at the last second from Little wouldn't drop, and it's with the Falcons. Well, again, no call from the refs. They have been quite consistent in not calling contact that they consider to be fair in the context of the game. As Shelley gets pulls in the rebound against Sam Donald. Now it's back out to the 15-year-old. Her shot is short. So Paige Price that was. Cunningham with the rebound after a bit of a struggle. And now she's been fouled this time. And it looks to be on, well, could have been either way, but it's going to go on Abby Noblet. And that is her, well, that's interesting. They've said that that's her fourth personal foul. The stats here have only got it down as 1, so that should only be her second. So I think the score bench has sorted that out. Yeah, 21's only got 2. So yes, they put up the wrong bats. It is only the second on Abby Noblet. So we're almost ready for the restart. Seven seconds to go. It's into Bowen. Bowen puts the ball up. Doesn't go. Gets on rebound and has scored. And she's been fouled. All the Falcons players there were desperately calling for the ball. They are aware of how little time they had. And eventually the ball juggled its way into Bowen. This to make it a 5-point lead. Nearly in fact, it might be the highest lead of the game. Kelly Bowen, nothing but net. Jazz Shelley brings it down, gets it across to Paige Price. Price back out to Pollard. And now there's a foul. Yeah. Sam Donald acknowledging that. She got up off the ground. That was... Little. Drives. Kicks to Pollard. Pollard pulls up. It's 3 points. Nothing but net. And now... Jazz Shelley fouls. So Southern Penn extending their defence down the court. Beaten by quick ball movement from the Falcons. And that's the second personal on Jazz Shelley. Cunningham at the line. 58 plays 53. Peyton Little, very quick reply. And now the double team on Donald. Donald backtracks a little bit. Phillips somehow steals the ball. She's got Cunningham on the outside. She goes herself. All of a sudden the intensity of this game has lifted. A little while ago it was quite flat. Neither team could score. But all of a sudden it's on again. Little gets across to Price. Price, floater. She's been fouled by Bowen. Well, maybe not on Bowen. It's on Sam Donald. Sam Donald, that is her fourth. So that brings Grace Beasley back into the rotation for the Falcons. At the same time, Renae Mokrzycki's taking the break, and Sophie Rourke has come on in her place. 62 plays 56. Jazz Shelley kicks the ball out to Little, stolen by Beasley. Beasley's got 2 to beat. She kicks it across to Rourke. Rourke back to Bowen, and Bowen can't control it. Turnover. Now Shelley flicks it across. It's the drive, the spin, the float. Great move there from Abby Noblet. So Falcons down to 3 seconds on the shot. Tenaya Phillips puts it up, doesn't go. Cunningham is down on the floor. There's been some contact to her face. And the foul down the other end. Grace Beasley, her third. So again, this foul count now is going to be really important. Now, the girls have just, the refs have been very good. They've let the play continue. They've allowed a certain amount of contact. But as the intensity has lifted in the last 5 minutes, neither team has been able to just draw that fine line between legal and non-legal play, as Abby Noblet drops the first. And unfortunately, it is the Falcons that are the ones that are in most trouble at the moment. Again, because they are so short on the bench, losing a player to the foul count is going to hurt them proportionally more than the Sharks. Sharks extending their defense yet again. Beasley kicks. It's with, good ball movement through hands with Tenaya Phillips. Out to Beasley. They've got 10 seconds now, under 10. Down to 5. Beasley drives. She's been fouled by Noblet. That's Noblet's third. Three-point game with 24 seconds to go in this third quarter. Beasley's missed the opportunity to take it out with that first shot and doesn't get it with the second one. Coleman with the rebound in front of Rourke. Stays at a three-point lead. We're down to 15 seconds now. So it's a one possession game at the moment. Peyton Lindell's shot short. Cunningham. And no call on that one, as Cunningham was trying to draw the foul. That's it. We will be back shortly. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the last 10 minutes of this elimination final here at the Waverley Basketball Centre. It is the last time one of these two teams will be gracing the floor in this 2018 Big V series. So, leading scorers for the Falcons: Tegan Cunningham, 19. Kelly Bowen, 17, and Tenaya Phillips on 10. For the Southern Pen Sharks, it is Olivia Pollard with 15, Peyton Little with 14, and the next best then is Jazz Shelley and Jamie Lee Pierce with 7 apiece. And somehow that ball drops as Jamie Lee Pierce puts in the 2 points, and she's been fouled. And this time it is Kelly Bowen, I believe, has been picked up for that foul. Maybe not. Could have been Sophie Rourke. We'll find out for you shortly. Bowen, back to Phillips. Now Beasley. Beasley pulls up. Her shot in and out. Jamie Lee Pierce, good defensive rebound in front of Bowen. Here's Coleman, kicks it out to Jamie Lee Pierce. Her shot no good. Rebounded by Little in front of Beasley. Shelley, well held today. And it's gone, well, didn't go out of bounds. Ended up into the hands of the Falcons. And Bowen kicks. It's with Rourke. Rourke shot in and out. Too early in the rotation there for that shot. It's fallen to Little. Great intercept there from Cunningham. It's handed back to Beasley. Phillips now. Cunningham at the top of the key, gets it to Beasley. She's got Rourke, but ignores that. We'll go to Bowen. Bowen drives. Her shot over the top. Little with the rebound, gets it to Coleman. Coleman back out. And Little from the top of the key. Nothing but nets. It is all tied up here at the Falcons' Nest. 65 apiece. At halftime, it looked like it was going to be easily an 80 to 90 point game for each team. Beasley scores 2, and Gerard Hillier imploring the refs, and perhaps he had a point there. Beasley has fouled. That's her 4th. Down the other, on the other play, Beasley appeared to just throw her arm a little bit out. So Abby Noblet scores again. Again, this is an incredibly young team. We're back to an even game. Sharks persisting with the full court press. And it's almost paid off for them in this case, as Little sees the ball go out over the baseline. So shooting percentages have dropped quite a bit. Falcons still shooting at 46. The Sharks, who were had dropped to 41%. And there's a 3. So the Falcons breathe again. 70-67. Coleman can't get it to drop. Rebound Rourke over to Beasley now. Beasley got Cunningham down the floor. That's where it should have gone. Too slow with... She drives. Tries to get the ball to Phillips. And it was always going to be a tough ask to get that. Bowen pulls up. Her shot doesn't drop. She's gone cold this last half. Was extremely good in the first quarter. And in fact, finished the half on 12 points. Only up to 17 now and hasn't added anything to her point score. Closing in on a double-double, however, she needs a couple of rebounds to make that. Bowen now drives, she'll go all the way. And still doesn't get it to drop. But she's been fouled by Noblet. Now this time, it is in fact the fourth foul on Abby Noblet. '70 plays 67. For those that are interested in the men's competition, the Falcons, of course, having bowed out, being blown away by McKinnon last week. McKinnon is playing Ringwood, and at close to the end of three-quarter time, they are 3 points down, 63-66. Last night, of course, the Falcons boys, as Kelly Bowen gets the intercept, but steps out of court. Last night, the Youth League 1 men playing Sunbury, Falcons team playing Sunbury in overtime, got the win and secured the championship by 1 point as Coleman puts the 2 in there. It's Rourke across, well, Jazz Shelley read that extremely well. Nice spin there to evade Cunningham. Little to Shelley. Shelley looks for the shot, hasn't got there. Pollard. She turns the corner, hasn't got it. Coleman has though. Her shot is short, falls in the hands of Beasley. Beasley's got Shelley one-on-one and loses control of the ball. So nearly an extremely clever piece of play there from Shelley. She actually dribbled the ball around Shelley's legs, but was just not able to control it as she got around herself. Paige Price to Shelley, back to Price. Price comes off the screen, pulls up, over, and drops it. What composure from the youngster against the experience of Cunningham. 1 point game. Ball's into Bowen. She's triple teamed. And a turnover. And a timeout. Matt Bongetti wanting to settle things down there. 4:32 to go. We'll be back ever so shortly. Welcome back. 4:32 to go in this last game for one of these two teams. Who shall it be? A 1-point game. You can't as Bowen gets the steal. Guarded by Little. She gets it back to Cunningham. The crowd wanting a cross court there, but not aware of the FIBA. And Shelley, well, the foul is going to be called on Bowen. So great work there from Jazz Shelley, just showing that you don't let the other player have that ball. So third foul on Bowen, third team foul for the Falcons. Shelley kicks across the Little drives. Noblet can't get it to go. And now Sam Donald does a Jazz Shelley. It's a jump ball. It's going to go the way of Southern Penn. They will only have 12 seconds on the shot clock though. Down to 2 seconds, the shot goes up, doesn't drop. And now there's been a foul, and this time it's the other way, and it's going to be against Paige Price. It's only her second, but both teams now on 3 team fouls. As our floor sweeper comes out, young Ryan Dean. Donald back to Bowen, now Phillips. Skipping the ball round, now holding it up. Wilkes shot short. It's back with Little. I'm surprised that Gerard Hillier hasn't put Coleman back onto the court at this point in time, but The girls that are out there, including this one, doing an extremely good job, and Tenaya Phillips has fouled. And that pause brings Renae Mokrzycki back onto the court for Sophie Rourke. Game is all tied up there, courtesy of Abby Noblet. And this for the lead. Falcons beat the press. And Kelly Bowen has drawn the foul. So she misses that first. Now to tie the game. 2:43 to go after the resumption. And she hasn't made it. So it's still with the Sharks by 1 point. Little vox pop up here in the commentary booth had the Falcons winning very narrowly. But I'll tell you what, the Sharks are doing everything they can to make that a... Sam Donald chases the ball down, and it's a timeout to Gerard Hillier. We'll be back shortly. So here we go. This is the final stanza. 2 minutes to go in this game. It is a 1 point game. Will Southern Penn hang on? Phillips now. Mockey's inside. She turns, spins over the top of Jamie Lee Pearce, but Pearce too good. Falcons need a stop. Little across to Noblet. Noblet has been fantastic. Donald now. Into Mockey. Mockey one out on. There it is. Mockey is very good on that isolation play. Phillips nearly falling over. And it's with Pollard. Pollard's shot over the top, doesn't go. Mockey with the rebound. 1 minute to go. And somehow the refs have decided the ball has gone out off the Falcons. So what will we see here? Is there going to be another change? Pollard kicks to Noblet. Noblet turns the corner, can't get it to go. She gets it to Jamie Lee Pearson. Kelly Bowen has fouled. No basket. It's 2 shots to Jamie Lee Pearce. That's the 4th foul on Kelly Bowen. So the veteran has tied the game. And that's where it stays, but Pollard has got the rebound. Now back to Little. She's got space. She kicks it to Pearce. Pearce drives. And this time there's a foul. And who's it going to be on? Could be on 2 players. It's going to be on Tegan Cunningham. Only her 3rd. But now can Jamie Lee make up for that last miss? And now Coleman's coming back on. And that'll be Noblet is being replaced. So that allowed Jamie Lee just to settle herself down. And it's a 1-point game again. 74 plays 75. What can the Falcons conjure up? They have 42 seconds to do something about this. Shot clock is wound down to 12 seconds. Now 9. And Tenaya Phillips has made the difference. And Gerard Hillier has called a timeout. We'll be back ever so shortly. So 32 seconds, 32.4 in total to go. And ref's right on top of all of this. It will be a side ball. Rules next year will change on these timeouts in these situations. It'll be a coach's choice as to whether they bring the ball in from advance the ball or whether they bring the ball all the way down the court. Shot doesn't drop, but it's Jazz Shelley has got it. 23 seconds to go here. Little to Coleman to Shelley. Shelley puts it up. And she's nailed it. Timeout. Timeout called. The Falcons players had stopped, realising the timeout was on. Jazz Shelley stole the ball there, and the crowd went wild, thinking that the steal had been successful. But no, it was a timeout. So what will the Falcons coach Matt Bongetti get his team to do? He's drawn up some sort of play for them and is asking them to Go from there. The ball will be advanced. They need a 3-point play. So Falcons with the ball. Sam Donald, it's down to 11 seconds. They have to get the shot up. Doesn't go. It's going to be a Southern Penn ball game. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The refs trying to decide what they're doing. Had the time run out? They haven't finished this. So, well, it's interesting. They're winding back the clock. There is going to be a couple of seconds left on this game. It's Waverley's ball. It will need to be a catch and shoot. Catch and shoot. So Southern Penn looks like they will take this game by 2 points. As the clock winds down, it's down to 1.4, 1.8. There it is, 0.5, 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. So whoever catches the ball for the Falcons and that's it. It was too slow. Too slow. Shots over. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. The game is Southern Penn's. That's the Waverley Falcons exit for the season 2018. All teams have finished their season now. We'll be gearing up again to bring you all the games from Waverley Basketball Stadium in 2019. And at this point from Live Sport Australia, we'll sign off and catch you next season.